A group tried to intimidate a veteran in a diner, and until one stranger stepped in and shocked them all. Imagine a quiet diner, the kind where the smell of fresh coffee mingles with the sound of sizzling bacon, a space meant for comfort and casual conversation. But on this day, it becomes a battleground, a microcosm of the struggles faced by our veterans. A seasoned soldier, a man who has risked everything for his country, sits alone in a booth, lost in his thoughts, perhaps reflecting on the sacrifices he has made. Little does he know that lurking nearby are a group of rowdy patrons, armed not with weapons, but with arrogance and a misguided sense of superiority. They see him not as a hero, but as an easy target, someone they can belittle without consequence. The atmosphere shifts as laughter turns to jeers, the kind of bullying that thrives in the shadows of ignorance. It's a chilling reminder of the battles that many veterans continue to face long after the war has ended. This isn't just a moment of intimidation. It's an assault on dignity, a challenge to the very essence of respect that should be afforded to those who have served. As the taunts grow louder, the diner's patrons become uneasy, unsure of how to react. Should they intervene or remain silent, pretending they don't see the injustice unfolding before them? But just when it seems that the veteran spirit might be crushed under the weight of mockery, a stranger steps into the fray. This isn't just any stranger. He is an embodiment of courage, someone who refuses to stand idly by as another human being is wronged. With resolve in his eyes and a heart that beats for justice, he takes a stand that none of the others dare to. What happens next will send shockwaves through the diner, leaving everyone questioning not only their own values, but also the very meaning of bravery in the face of adversity. If you find stories of heroism and unexpected courage compelling, make sure to comment on where you're tuning in from. And remember, if you aren't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. Your support is crucial in bringing these stories to light and reminding us all of the strength found in standing up for what is right. As the tension builds, the diner becomes a stage for a confrontation that echoes far beyond its walls. The actions of this brave stranger will not only challenge the bullies, but also inspire everyone present, shedding light on the true nature of humanity. What will unfold in this moment of reckoning? Will the veteran find a renewed sense of dignity, or will the group's intimidation prove to be too powerful? The answers lie just ahead, in a story that reminds us all of the importance of standing up for one another, no matter the odds. Join us as we dive deeper into this powerful encounter, exploring the courage it takes to confront bullying and the profound impact of standing together in solidarity against injustice. This is a story you won't want to miss. As the air thickens with tension, the once cozy diner transforms into a charged atmosphere filled with uncertainty. The veteran, a man of indomitable spirit, remains seated, his hands clasped in front of him, an emblem of his stoic resilience. He wears a faded military jacket, a testament to his years of service and sacrifice. His eyes, though weary, reflect a lifetime of experiences, both painful and proud. But today, he's confronted by a group of loud, brash individuals who seem to derive pleasure from their intimidation tactics. They poke fun at his attire, their laughter echoing off the walls, ignorant of the sacrifices he has made for their freedoms. The group is composed of 4 young men, their bravado amplified by the camaraderie of their friends. They swagger with a misplaced sense of superiority, each one eager to outdo the other in a display of mockery. One of them, a tall figure with a buzz cut and a smirk that could curdle milk, leads the charge. He leans over the booth, invading the veteran's personal space, and delivers a sarcastic comment about the man's past. The other 3 laugh, their voices a cacophony of derision that fills the diner. Yet, amid this chaos, we catch a glimpse of the veteran's past. He was once a soldier who faced the horrors of war, who navigated the complexities of combat, made life-or-death decisions, and forged bonds with his fellow soldiers that transcended the battlefield. He carries the weight of those memories, but here, in this diner, he feels the sting of betrayal, as the very society he protected turns against him. The laughter of the bullies rings in his ears, but he refuses to let it break him. Instead, He takes a deep breath, steeling himself against the barrage of insults. Meanwhile, other patrons in the diner glance around, their unease palpable. An elderly couple at a nearby table exchange worried looks, their hands clasped tightly together. A waitress pauses mid-service, her tray hovering in the air as she watches the scene unfold, torn between her obligation to serve and her instinct to protect. In a corner, a group of teenagers films the encounter on their phones, their expressions a mix of fascination and horror. The atmosphere is thick with the unspoken question: who will intervene, if anyone at all? Just as the intimidation escalates, a figure enters the diner. He is a man of average height, but carries an undeniable presence, as if he is aware that he holds the power to change the course of events unfolding before him. His name is Daniel, a local who has always had a keen sense of right and wrong. He often frequents the diner, known by the staff and regulars alike for his easy smile and warm-hearted nature. But today, his expression is serious, his brow furrowed as he takes in the scene. Daniel's heart races as he assesses the situation. He remembers the stories of bravery shared by veterans, tales of courage that have inspired him throughout his life. He knows he cannot sit idly by while a fellow human being is subjected to such cruelty. Without a second thought, he strides toward the booth, determination etched on his face. The clatter of his footsteps seems to echo in the silence that has momentarily fallen over the diner. As he approaches, the group of bullies pauses, surprised by this unexpected interruption. Daniel locks eyes with the veteran, silently offering his support. There's a shared understanding in that gaze, a mutual recognition of the struggles faced by those who have served. Daniel then turns his attention to the rowdy group, his voice calm yet firm. "Hey, why don't you guys back off?" he says, his tone low but assertive. This isn't cool. The tension mounts as the bullies process this new development. The leader of the group, taken aback by Daniel's sudden emergence, narrows his eyes. "And who do you think you are?" He shoots back, trying to regain control of the situation. Daniel stands his ground, his posture relaxed but resolute. "It doesn't matter who I am. What matters is that you're making a fool of yourselves at the expense of someone who's given so much." In that moment, the dynamics in the diner shift. The onlookers, who had been hesitant to intervene, begin to stir. The waitress sets down her tray, her resolve strengthening in the face of this unexpected support. The elderly couple nods approvingly, their expressions shifting from fear to hope. Even the teenagers filming the incident are momentarily captivated, their cameras forgotten as they witness a confrontation of principles. Daniel's words resonate in the air, a reminder of the profound respect that should be afforded to all veterans. He takes a step forward, closing the distance between himself and the bullies. "You think it's funny to mock a man who fought for your right to act like this?" He continues, his voice rising in intensity. "You should be ashamed of yourselves." The leader of the group, now visibly rattled, tries to maintain his bravado. "Whatever, man. It's just a joke," he retorts, but there's a quiver in his voice that betrays his uncertainty. The other members of the group exchange glances, their bravado beginning to falter under Daniel's unwavering gaze. As the confrontation unfolds, the veteran observes quietly from his booth. The initial sting of the group's mockery begins to recede, replaced by a flicker of hope ignited by Daniel's brave stand. He realizes he is not alone. The camaraderie that once seemed lost is rekindled in this moment of solidarity. Something stirs within him, a reminder that even in the darkest times, there are those willing to stand up for what is right. The diner is charged with an energy that transcends the immediate conflict. The patrons, once mere witnesses, are now part of a collective experience. They feel the weight of Daniel's words, the call to take a stand against injustice. A ripple of courage passes through the crowd as people begin to murmur their support. "Leave him alone," someone calls out from the back. "We don't tolerate that here." The tide has turned, and the bullies can no longer hold their ground. The laughter fades, replaced by an uncomfortable silence as they realize the power of community in the face of their arrogance. Daniel takes a deep breath, sensing the shift in the room. He knows this is a pivotal moment, not just for the veteran, but for everyone present. It's a reminder of the strength found in unity, the importance of standing up for one another when it matters most. With the eyes of the diner upon them, the group of bullies begins to retreat, their bravado crumbling into embarrassment. "Let's get out of here," the leader mutters, casting one last glance at the veteran before turning away. The remaining members follow suit, their laughter replaced by an awkward silence as they exit the diner, the doors swinging shut behind them, leaving a palpable sense of relief in their wake. As the tension dissipates, the atmosphere shifts once more. The diner slowly comes back to life, conversations resuming as patrons exchange smiles and nods of approval. Daniel turns to the veteran, a smile breaking across his face. "You okay?" he asks, concern lacing his voice. The veteran nods, his eyes glistening with gratitude. "Thanks for standing up for me," he replies, his voice steady but filled with emotion. In that moment, a bond is forged between two men from different walks of life, united by a shared experience that transcends their individual journeys. The diner, once a battleground of intimidation, now stands as a testament to the power of courage and the importance of standing up for one another. As the sun begins to set outside, casting a warm glow through the diner's windows, the atmosphere is transformed. Gone are the shadows of fear and ridicule. Instead, there's a sense of camaraderie, a reminder that we all have a role to play in the tapestry of humanity. The veteran, once isolated in his struggles, now feels a renewed sense of belonging, a reminder that he is not alone in his fight for respect and dignity. This powerful encounter serves as a poignant reminder of the impact one individual can have when they choose to stand up against injustice. The diner may be a simple setting, but it has become a symbol of resilience, a microcosm of the broader societal struggles faced by many. As patrons finish their meals and prepare to leave, the conversations are filled with newfound appreciation for those who serve, for the sacrifices made, and for the courage it takes to confront bullying in all its forms. In the end, it is not just a story of one veteran's struggle. It is a celebration of humanity, a call to action for all of us to stand together in the face of adversity. The diner may close its doors for the night, but the echoes of this moment will continue to resonate, a reminder that we all have the power to make a difference, to lift each other up, and to honor those who have fought for our freedoms. As the last patrons of the diner finish their meals, the sense of camaraderie lingers in the air, thick with a shared understanding of the power of community. Daniel leans against the counter, engaging in light conversation with the waitress, who has been watching the entire scene unfold with a mixture of anxiety and relief. Her name is Lisa, and she's known for her warm smile and attentive service. "I can't believe how brave you were," she tells Daniel, her eyes sparkling with admiration. "Not many people would have the guts to step in like that." Daniel shrugs modestly, brushing off the praise. "I just did what anyone should do," he replies, his voice humble yet firm. "We can't let people think it's okay to treat others that way, especially someone who's served our country." The warmth of the diner, once overshadowed by tension, now feels like a sanctuary of support. Patrons who had been silent witnesses to the bullying now engage in conversations about the importance of standing up for one another. They share their own stories of courage, of times they faced similar situations, and the lessons learned from those experiences. The veteran, still seated in his booth, watches the scene unfold, a sense of gratitude swelling in his chest. He had come to the diner seeking solace, perhaps a moment of peace, but found himself in the midst of a storm. Yet, through Daniel's intervention, he has experienced something profound, a reminder that kindness exists even in the darkest corners of society. As Daniel approaches him again, the veteran offers a genuine smile, one that reflects the respect he now feels. "Your words meant a lot," the veteran says, his voice steady but tinged with emotion. "I've faced a lot in my life, but that moment, it was different. It reminded me that I'm not alone." Daniel nods, feeling the weight of the veteran's gratitude. They share a moment of silence, a mutual acknowledgement of the struggles faced by those who serve and the importance of solidarity in the face of adversity. Meanwhile, the diner's atmosphere continues to shift, becoming a space for reflection and healing. An elderly man from a nearby table, who had been quietly observing, approaches the veteran. "You know," he begins, his voice raspy yet filled with warmth, "my son served overseas. He came back changed like many do. It's people like you who remind us of the sacrifices made for our freedom." The veteran nods, touched by the man's sincerity. It's moments like these that foster connection, bridging the gap between generations and experiences. As they speak, more patrons gather around, eager to express their support. A young woman, her eyes bright with determination, speaks up. "We should always stand up for each other. It's how we create a better world," she asserts, her voice carrying a sense of urgency. Others nod in agreement, their faces reflecting a newfound commitment to uphold the principles of respect and dignity, not just within the walls of the diner, but in their everyday lives. The waitress, inspired by the conversations blossoming around her, decides to take action. "How about we organize a small gathering next week?" she suggests, her excitement palpable. "We can invite veterans from the community, share stories, and even have a fundraiser to support local organizations that help them." The idea is met with enthusiasm, and soon, plans begin to form. It's a testament to the ripple effect that one act of courage can inspire. As the conversations continue, Daniel and the veteran share laughter and stories, the burdens of the past beginning to lighten, if only for a moment. The veteran recounts tales from his time in service, his voice steady as he speaks of camaraderie among soldiers. Daniel listens intently, offering insights of his own, stories of family members who served, and the lessons he has learned about resilience and respect. The bonds formed in that diner are not just about standing up against bullying. They're about fostering a community that values each individual's worth. The veteran, once isolated in his struggles, finds himself embraced by a network of support. He realizes that while he may have faced moments of darkness, there are always those willing to stand in the light with him, ready to share the weight of their collective experiences. As the night draws on, the diner begins to empty, but the energy within is vibrant. The laughter and conversations echo against the walls, a stark contrast to the tension that had filled the air just hours before. Daniel watches as the last few patrons leave, their faces still lit with the warmth of connection. He feels a sense of fulfillment, knowing that he played a part in changing the narrative of that day. Before leaving, Daniel turns to the veteran one last time. "You know," he says, "I think we all have a responsibility to keep standing up for each other. It's what makes us stronger as a community." The veteran nods in agreement, his heart swelling with a renewed sense of hope. "Thank you," he replies, his voice filled with sincerity. "I'll carry this moment with me, and I'll do my part to honor it." With that, they exchange numbers, a promise of future friendship forged in the fires of adversity. As they say their goodbyes, the atmosphere in the diner remains charged with a sense of purpose, a commitment to uphold the values they collectively believe in. Outside, the stars twinkle in the night sky, a reminder of the light that can emerge even after the darkest storms. The veteran walks to his car, a smile on his face, feeling the weight of the world begin to lift. He knows that while the battle for respect and dignity may continue, there are allies willing to fight alongside him. In a world that often seems divided, this small diner has become a sanctuary of support, a place where courage is celebrated and the bonds of humanity are strengthened. The stories shared within its walls will resonate far beyond that day, inspiring others to take a stand against injustice and to uplift those who need it most. As the diner prepares to close for the night, Lisa reflects on the events that transpired, her heart full. She knows that this is just the beginning. The conversation sparked by that moment of bravery will echo in the community, encouraging others to step forward and share their own stories of resilience. And as the last lights are turned off, the diner stands as a testament to the power of standing together. A reminder that each of us has the ability to make a difference, to be a beacon of hope, and to honor the sacrifices made by those who have served. In the end, it's not just about one veteran's experience. It's about the collective strength of a community willing to stand up for what is right, to lift each other up, and to celebrate the courage that resides within us all. As the last lights are turned off, the diner stands as a testament to the power of standing together. A reminder that each of us has the ability to make a difference, to be a beacon of hope, and to honor the sacrifices made by those who have served. In the end, it's not just about one veteran's experience. It's about the collective strength of a community willing to stand up for what is right, to lift each other up, and to celebrate the courage that resides within us all. The following week, the diner buzzes with anticipation as the community gathers for the event that Lisa organized. A gathering to honor veterans and to foster connections among those who have served and those who support them. The atmosphere is vibrant, filled with laughter, the aroma of freshly brewed coffee, and the sounds of clinking dishes as patrons come together with a shared purpose. The once quiet diner now serves as a hub of activity, a space where stories will be shared, connections made, and respect cultivated. Daniel arrives early, eager to help set up. He is greeted by familiar faces, both from the diner and the broa. The community. Each smile reflects the shared commitment to support veterans and to create an environment where courage and camaraderie can thrive. As Daniel helps arrange tables and chairs, he takes a moment to look around, feeling a sense of pride in being part of something larger than himself. This gathering is not just an event. It's a movement, a testament to the resilience of individuals coming together to uplift one another. As the doors open, veterans begin to trickle in, some wearing their military uniforms, others donning casual attire. Each carries their own story, a narrative woven with threads of bravery, sacrifice, and resilience. The atmosphere shifts as they enter, a palpable respect filling the space. People stand to greet them, offering warm handshakes and heartfelt thanks. The veteran from the diner, now surrounded by newfound friends and supporters, feels a wave of appreciation wash over him. He is no longer just a solitary figure in the crowd. He is part of a collective effort to honor those who have served. The evening unfolds with various activities designed to foster connection and understanding. Lisa takes the stage, her voice steady as she welcomes everyone. She speaks with passion about the importance of supporting veterans and the impact of community solidarity. Tonight is about more than just sharing stories. It's about acknowledging the sacrifices made and ensuring that no one feels alone in their journey, she asserts, her eyes scanning the crowd, filled with determination and hope. As the night progresses, attendees share their experiences, both veterans recalling their time in service and community members expressing gratitude for the sacrifices made on their behalf. Stories emerge, weaving a rich tapestry of human experience. A Vietnam veteran recounts the challenges he faced returning home, sharing how often he felt invisible and unappreciated. His words resonate deeply, prompting nods of understanding from those who have listened and learned from similar struggles. A young woman, whose grandfather served in World War II, stands to speak. I grew up hearing his stories, and they shaped my understanding of bravery. She begins, her voice trembling with emotion. But it wasn't until I met veterans face-to-face that I truly grasped the weight of their experiences. Her candor brings a hush over the room, the audience captivated as she shares her realization that acknowledging their sacrifices is a duty each of us carries. Every story shared serves to bridge gaps, fostering empathy and understanding. The conversations flow effortlessly, with laughter and tears intermingling as people connect over shared experiences. Daniel stands among the crowd, feeling the energy of the room. He watches as the veteran from the diner shares his own story, his voice steady but filled with emotion. I never thought I'd feel this supported, he admits, his eyes glistening with gratitude. It's a reminder that we're all in this together. As the event continues, there's a palpable sense of unity, a collective commitment to honor and support those who have served. The gathering serves as a reminder that acts of courage, like Daniel's in the diner, can inspire a ripple effect that transforms communities. The power of one person standing up for what is right can ignite a flame of resilience that spreads far and wide, encouraging others to join in the fight against injustice. As the evening draws to a close, the attendees gather for a group photo, a snapshot that encapsulates the spirit of the night. Smiles light up the faces of veterans and supporters alike, a testament to the connections forged and the bonds created. The photo will serve as a reminder of the strength found in solidarity, a visual representation of a community willing to stand together for what is right. In the days that follow, the impact of the gathering resonates throughout the community. Local news outlets pick up the story, sharing the event and the inspiring messages of support for veterans. Social media buzzes with posts and photos from the night, amplifying the message of unity and respect. The diner, once a mere backdrop for a moment of confrontation, has become a symbol of hope, a space where courage, kindness, and community come together. As the veteran reflects on the transformation he has experienced, he realizes that the moment he felt isolated has given way to a newfound sense of belonging. The support he received during that pivotal day in the diner has blossomed into lasting connections with others who understand the complexities of his journey. He no longer feels like a lone warrior. Instead, he is surrounded by a network of individuals committed to uplifting one another. And so, the story continues, not just for the veteran, but for every individual touched by the events that unfolded in that diner. The courage demonstrated by Daniel, the support offered by the community, and the willingness to stand up against injustice serve as a powerful reminder that we all have the capacity to create change. Each act of kindness contributes to a larger movement toward understanding, respect, and acceptance. In the end, it is a story that transcends the boundaries of a single diner. It serves as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the importance of standing together in the face of adversity. The legacy of that day will echo through the community, inspiring others to take action, to speak up for those who cannot, and to ensure that every veteran knows they are not alone. As the sun sets on the horizon, painting the sky with hues of orange and purple, the diner remains a beacon of hope, a reminder that we are all capable of making a difference. It is a call to action for each of us to be vigilant, to stand up for one another, and to honor the sacrifices made by those who have served. Together, we can build a world where respect and dignity are upheld, where every individual is valued, and where acts of bravery spark a movement toward a brighter future for all.